Greg Tepper of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com here at the Texas Six-Man Coaches Association Convention and Clinic here in Wichita Falls, Texas, joined by the reason we're here. This is the guy in Terry Crawford of Abbott who slid into my DMs and said, hey, man, like you should get out here. Well, here we are, Coach.
There you go. Hey, we appreciate it. You know, you get Dave Campbell's here, you get validity to your game. So we're just looking for a little respect.
You ask and we show up. First and foremost, obviously this is a big event for the six-man coaches community. I've asked a couple of other coaches this, but I'm interested, when you come to an event like this, what is it that you're trying to get out? You've been in this game long enough. What are you trying to get out of this?
Learn, first of all. This is an opportunity. We can go to a lot of clinics and learn football, but this is the clinic we come to learn six-man football. And so it gives us an opportunity to come together and network and spend some time with coaches around the state and learn some new things. And, this – I'm not knocking any of the other associations, but this one is special. I mean, you can sit down. I can go and sit down with anybody, and there's no secrets. They'll tell you everything they know. So, it's a good time to reconnect with the six-man community and catch up on some X's and O's and meet up with some of our friends from across the state.
Yeah, because the one thing that I found interesting is that there seemed like, here we are in Wichita Falls, relatively centrally located, and yet it seems like there is folks from all over the state that have flocked here. It seems like this is a really outstanding turnout for an event like this.
Absolutely, and we're growing every year, and there's more and more. You go into the main lectures, and, it's packed. We had Coach Purcell here yesterday, and what a blessing, unbelievable feedback. Unbelievable feedback. It's nice to have guys that have all those state championships that come down and tell you, hey, I love your game. And again, it's helping to grow our game, and that's what we're trying to do.
Do you feel like, you mentioned grow the game. That's always something I'm interested in. 11-man football, everybody knows it. 6-man, it seems like there is that, there's that room for growth. Do you feel the game growing here in the state?
Yeah, I think so, and there's a misconception out there, that it's not real football. Well, I challenge you. I can put on some tape and show you that it's real football, I had an opportunity, Ty Brown, who used to be with the American Football Coaches Association, told me one time, he said, the first six-man game I ever saw was your Calvert game in 2008, and that was a slugfest. He said, I loved it, and I think, you've got those games that are blowouts, and everybody thinks it's not real football, but you go find the real football program or the dominant six-man programs, and you're going to see good football. You're going to see really good football, and I think there's a lot of people missing out on it. But again, it's growing, and that's part of we're now part of the Friday night shows. We're at AT&T, and so more people are becoming aware of our game, and it's really going to benefit us in the long term.
Let's talk about your Panthers there in Abbott. Last year, I'm interested in how you would characterize last year's season. It seemed like there were moments where it seemed like you guys were on the precipice of really breaking through, just maybe not enough.
Inconsistent. Young kids, that's not an excuse, that's a statement of fact. Young kids didn't understand the process that got us to where we were. They just were fell into that false belief that because we put on the black and gold and it said Abbott on our chest that we were just going to continue to win. And we got away from a little bit of our core principles and our work ethic and our studying and our preparation. And by the end of the year, we were really persistent. The unique thing in a small school is you have to have coaches across the board that believe in the process. You can't just do it in football season. You got to do it football, basketball, baseball, track. And by the end of the year, if you look at our success in baseball and track, our young kids are starting to understand. And so we hope that's going to carry over into football. We just need to prepare better. And that's, we've seen a good I'm not back home. Kyle's back home. Got a 3-week-old baby. And so he didn't make the trip up here, but I texted him and said, hey, how many people were at workout this morning? And he's, we had 17 kids at workout this morning. That's good for us. So really buying into it, and we hope that's going to pay off come fall.
And so then you look forward to 2019. Give me an idea of what we think this team is going to look like. Do you think is going to be the identity of this team?
Well, I think we're going to get back to the basics a little bit. I think we got away from that last year, what makes us us, and that means there's going to be some teams that are going to be physically better than us still, but we're going to do what we've done in the past. Our kids are going to be a year smarter. Our kids are going to be a year bigger, and that's going to be the big thing for us. Still not going to have outstanding speed. We might not have that guy that throws the ball great great, but we're going to execute a lot better, and hopefully come fourth quarter, we're going to be conditioned well enough that we're going to be able to put some people away in the fourth quarter.
Finally, only because you brought it up, how is grandpa life?
Man, it's the greatest thing ever. I can't wait until he gets a little bit older, because I can't wait for my son to say, well, you never did that for me. And I'm going to say, exactly, because I had to raise you, I get to spoil this one. So, no, that was a long, hard process for Kyle and Karen. You know, I really hope they open up about that, but they tried for a long time, and this little dude is a absolute godsend, and he's a blessing to our family. And the hardest thing is we live 2 houses away, so don't want to overstep our boundaries a little bit, but they've been good about, hey, why don't you come over and see the baby? So it's been great.
Do you have a projection on a position quite yet?
Quarterback. He's going to be just like his dad. He's going to be a quarterback. So although he does seem to, his mom's probably the better athlete in the family, but don't tell him I said that. But
no, it's okay. This isn't recorded. This mic isn't even on.
Yeah. Kara was a college basketball player. Kyle was a college golfer. So I mean, let's keep it real. So.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Thanks.